Great.
Thank you, Chris. You know, just by way of background, what we try to do in preparing for the meeting, in the memo we outlined, in addition to pulling these panels to do, is on page 2 of the memo that's part of that's preparation for this about the implementation strategy.
It's agenda item 7, page 2.
Yeah, we've tried to outline some of the important tasks that we know you've been thinking about and that we understand are coming down the pike promptly. Chris mentioned the implementation committee, and so attachment 1 of the staff report summarizes our current thinking, working together with Vice Chairman Fiorini and others about how to structure the implementation committee. It offers our current thinking about how that would proceed. The attachment 2 to the memo talks about other actions that we know would be important. We recognize we're going to be dealing with certifications, covered action, working with local agencies and state agencies that are proposing actions to make sure that they can certify their activities, consistency with the plan, and hearing occasional appeals. There's a bunch of other plans, the finance plan, the science plan, updating the levy priorities that the Delta plan commits us to, and of course the BDCP is being updated, is being developed, and the Water Board is doing its work on flow objectives, and so that's all coming our way. And then there's a bunch of other activities in the Delta plan that we've committed to assist with or asked other agencies to undertake. So we've tried to outline those on page 2 of the memo. And then on page 3 and 4 of the memo, we went through and tried to look at the authorities that the Reform Act gives to the Council, and asking ourselves, well, where do they fit within the adaptive management planning process that the law says we need to incorporate in the Delta plan and that ought to guide our activities. And so that also, as I pulled that part of this together, it got me thinking about things that we hadn't necessarily emphasized as we developed the Delta plan that might provide additional tools for us as we think about implementation. So these materials are just provided for you by way of a background, and with the idea that they might stimulate your thinking about ways we can implement the plan, as well as that the input from our panelists might. So you want to introduce the first set of folks we have to join us?
I sure will.